great Sachin Tendulkar was in the stands, and so were the newly crowned world champions, the Indian under-19 women's cricket team. And Team India decided to put up a special performance on the special occasion. A 168-run victory against the Kiwis to clinch the series, and also giving us a glimpse of a new star in Indian cricket. The first two T20Is had plenty in it for the spinners, but it was quite the opposite in the third game, a batting paradise at the Narendra Modi Stadium. Despite Ishan Kishan falling early, it was Shubman Gill and Rahul Tripathi that provided an impetus early on in the Indian innings. Once Tripathi left, it was Suryakumar Yadav who gave him some company with a cameo, and then Hardik Pandya, but the constant in the Indian innings was a certain 23-year-old Shubman Gill. He got to his half-century, and from there on, everything he touched turned to gold. 19 deliveries it took to get to his second 50, and then went on to get his 100, the youngest Indian to score 100 in all three formats, and the highest score by an Indian in this format. India got to 2, 3, 4. And in response, Hardik Pandya, Umran Malik and Arshdeep Singh were all over the Kiwi batsmen who quite literally couldn't put bat to ball and were bundled out for a little over 60. A massive 168-run win for Team India. A few stars for Team India in this match. Number 3, Rahul Tripathi. If Shubman Gill was playing one classic stroke after another, it was Rahul Tripathi at his unorthodox best at the other end. 2 scoop shots against Lockie Ferguson at full tilt was symbolic of India's approach on the night. A 22-ball 44 was exactly the start that India needed in the power play, and this is the second time that Tripathi is having a high-impact innings in a series decider. First against the Lankans and now against the Kiwis. He's making the most of his opportunities. Number 2, the skipper Hardik Pandya. Ever since his return to the Indian cricket team happened, he's been making plenty of noise as far as the captaincy is concerned. But last night, his bowling, which has been under the radar, made the headlines. 4 wickets in the night, 2 in the power play, 2 later on, and it was his spell that sealed the deal for Team India as he wrapped up the Kiwis pretty quickly. Hardik Pandya, in form with the ball, makes an Indian cricket team look very, very different. Augurs well for the boys in blue. And at number 1, who else but Shubman Gill? He's got 300s, including a double 100 in the ODI format this year, and he now adds 100 in the T20I format. This 23-year-old batting genius called Shubman Gill is certainly taking the cricketing world by storm. Very little minimal foot movement, he holds his shape and produces some breathtaking cricketing strokes. He was batting on 53 of 38, and the next 73 runs came off just 25 deliveries as he went on to become only the 5th Indian to now register 100 in every single format of the game. Shubman Gill, take a bow. What about the turning point? Chasing 235, the Kiwis would have been hoping to throw the kitchen sink at everything that came their way. But the captain-vice-captain duo that combined twice in identical fashion to put an end to any hopes that the Kiwis would have had is our turning point. Hardik Pandya produced the edges of Finn Allen and Glenn Phillips, only to see Suryakumar Yadav leap into the air, pluck the ball out of thin air twice to deal a double blow to the top order. And that double blow for us is the turning point. The biggest margin of victory for Team India against the Kiwis in the shortest format of the game in terms of runs comes in the largest cricket stadium in the world. A fitting end to Team India's T20I home season. A special series win, another feather in that cap, but one that they will remember for a long, long time, only because that they had to come from behind to clinch the series.